This girl is 19, she's homeless, she's using drugs, she does need our help.
Imagine you're this girl. Where do you turn to?
We're at the point where, regardless the nature of the hysteria, we're gonna have to sedate her to transport her to the hospital.
So we arrive on scene, and my initial impression is the porch is barricaded. Hey! There's dogs barking, some guy's yelling.
You want to phone the police here? We're having a situation. We've got backup.
You need the police?
Yes.
There's two people arguing on the front step.
For trouble like you. I don't care.
These are potential scene safety issues.
75 to base. The residents here are requesting code 8, please.
We've got a guy in distress up here, okay?
I know
He's trying to have a drunken party.
There's some issues happening here. We're in for a doozy.
Hey!
So as we walked in the room, we found the patient slouched over his bed.
I've known him for a long time, and he's just let himself go too often. With what, sir?
Diabetes.
He has
the dextrose. Watch, because there's cockroaches. Watch.
You got some cockroaches?
There.
Yeah. A couple mouse traps, so watch out for those. The patient's friend, he called 911, and he gave us a good background of what was happening. Any drug use right now?
Yes, he's an addict. I don't know if he's done anything in the last...
What kind of addicts, sir?
Meth, hydromorphine, and a lot of that. I found a rig, and I don't know.
Sorry, where's the rig?
Does he have Hep C or HIV?
HIV.
The friend tells us this guy has AIDS, he's an IV drug user, and there's dirty needles around the room. We need to make sure we're being safe.
Just keep a heads up for that stuff, yeah. We're gonna check your blood sugar. For any diabetic call, the first thing we want to do is check their blood sugar.
So you've seen him like this before?
I can tell when he's starting to sweat.
2.0. We need to start an IV and give you some medicine, okay? His condition is easy to assess. He needs sugar or he will eventually die.
We got it. Hey, we can let go of your plums. So this guy could go into a diabetic coma, seize. Here, hold on, man. Who knows what could have happened?
You know, to see him go like he's just kind of giving up, but it's going to happen again, probably tomorrow again, or the next day, within a week.
Hold on, bro. Just checking your blood sugar, okay? You went low.
So once the patient regains consciousness, he's quite upset that we're there.
Did somebody call you guys?
Yeah, your buddy here did.
Yeah.
And he doesn't quite realize the magnitude of what just happened.
You were low, man. You needed it. The dextrose worked. This patient is now more alert. But now we have to get him to eat some food.
Can you do us a favor? Can you go make like a sandwich or something?
This patient is a poorly controlled diabetic, and he's lucky to have this friend looking out for him. Do you know what day it is today?
Probably Saturday.
It's Monday. How old are you? How long have you been an IV drug user for?
Yeah, pretty well been using since I've been 18 about.
And how did you start?
Needle.
This guy's been suffering from addiction his whole life. He's been shooting IV drugs since he's been 17. He's 61. I'll take that.
Sit up there, boss.
Right on. And it's tough to see people at that low point in their lives. That'll get your sugars up.
I got some water in that bottle.
Yeah? In this bottle here? This stuff? Yeah?
There's an orange pop bottle on the floor, and the patient wants to drink it.
You want to drink that?
But it looks like a urine bottle.
Okay.
Dan, give it a sniff.
Luckily, it was just water. You just told me to sniff it, and I listened to you. I'm not sure why. God.
What's with his right foot, Dane? Like he's had...
Oh, great, yeah. I don't know.
Is that from your diabetes? So how do you control your diabetes?
I take cocaine, I take down, I take speed, whatever I can afford.
This guy's not too concerned with his health. He's a ticking time bomb.
That's what I mean. Like, maybe we should go speak with a doctor so they can...
I don't need to go.
So you're not gonna come with us to the hospital, eh?
No, I'm not.
No matter what we say, I'm sure?
That's right.
All right.
He's given up. But in the end, there's still a person who's struggling with addiction, and it's tough to see.
We're told that the patient is choking or a drug overdose. My first thought is, are they breathing?
Dispatch information tells us to respond to ECHO. ECHO is our highest response priority. It means there's an immediate life threat.
One victim in there. We got another one going down over here.
What's going on?
Narcotic overdose.
Is the patient alive or
A
what?
little bit. Looks like it.
Narcan was given.
It was?
Yeah.
Okay, Brett, we got another one right here. I'll work with this one and Mike. On the other side of the ambulance, there's a patient who's fading in and out of consciousness.
Yeah, just grab your bread.
Is she breathing on her own?
She was trying.
Gasping.
I'm in the back of the ambulance assisting another paramedic. The patient's overdosing, and one of the side effects of an overdose is that you go into respiratory arrest.
Okay, I'll grab my bed, Mike. Mike gives her a painful stimuli to try and wake her up, but he has minimal response from her. Rob, we got 2 narcotic overdoses, one in the back with Otto in 89, and we got another one right here.
There you go.
She's got a pulse.
To 1990, 1652.
Come on, my girl. Tell us what you took.
1990, I'm not sure if you're already aware, but the northbound.
I'm drawing up the Narcan that's necessary to reverse the effects of the narcotic.
Well, when we got here, the one girl, the first one, was laying there. We occasionally hear her gasping. Her face is totally blue. She's not breathing.
We believe our patient's overdosed on an opiate. This is shutting down her breathing. We need to get this patient loaded on our stretcher and into our ambulance as soon as possible.
You guys ready?
Tempo 75, we got 3 patients.
Bloody scary, eh?
Can you wake up for me?
The story is that they were doing stuff other places, mixing their drugs up, and then they came here.
So these patients met a guy just outside of the store with a white powder crushed up in his hand. He offered it to them. They decided to snort it out of his hand, even though they didn't know what it was.
They're calling it purple heroin.
This night on this call is the first time I've ever heard of purple heroin.
So some heroin.
Hey, I squeeze her pressure point and wake her up briefly. Hey, talk to me, please. What did you take today?
1652.
Talk to me here, ma'am.
Was it a pill or did you inject?
She passes right back out.
Open your eyes. Just don't take those drugs anymore.
Our patient's stable, she's breathing, and she needs to be seen in hospital.
Next time you won't be breathing.
Stats are like 50 right now.
Initially, she was responding to pain. She's not responding to pain anymore. Our patient's breathing right now, but she's fading more and more away. We need to get some Narcan in her. Yeah, we're getting deeper and deeper, Mike.
But he's alive. Did he get Narcan too?
In this case, we have really bad drugs in town, purple heroin. It's lethal, it's on the street. And obviously, these people got into something they weren't aware of what they were doing.
We roll up on scene to find city police standing over our patient on the sidewalk.
Hi. Can you look at me? Look right at me.
So she's looking past me like there's nobody there, just staring off into space.
Look at me.
And as I bend down to feel her wrist and her pulse, I would expect it to be a little bit fast, but it's not.
Just spaced out on something here.
Oh, yeah. Can we stand up? Can we stand up? Give me your hand. No?
She got woken up abruptly because people were concerned about her.
Can you stand up?
And there's hands grabbing her and people are telling her what to do.
Well, you're laying on the ground.
Like, no joke, she wasn't breathing. And like 2 or 3 pumps of CPR, and she's
Yeah.
like, what the?
Yeah.
So I don't know, it just she kind of came back after that.
Okay, no, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm
No,
not
no,
gonna
no, no.
fight you. I'll leave you alone.
Relax.
It's not uncommon for somebody who is intoxicated on drugs or alcohol to become extremely agitated.
Leave me alone.
Hey. You gotta stay on here, okay?
I'm not gonna fight all of you.
Okay.
Leave me alone.
Please,
I
okay?
just want to get you.
Did I ask for help? No, I didn't.
Hey, calm down for us.
Then you have no right.
Hey.
You drive that time because
No.
I can tell that she's scared, so speaking to her calmly and reassuring her is important.
We don't care about those things. We just want to help you, okay?
Can you at least ask me to grab my hands?
Okay.
I will give you my hands willingly.
Okay, we're gonna let go, okay?
And also letting her have some sense of control is really important.
Get him away from me.
Say you're sorry, okay?
Get him away from me.
Patients develop this irrational dislike for paramedics all the time,
Get him away from me.
We're gonna go in the back of the ambulance,
Go to the
okay?
ambulance, okay?
so you have to have a thick skin and not take it personally.
Just don't flail around. Get him away from me.
Do you wanna-
I hate you. Don't talk to me.
Hey. There's no need.
I respect
Drugs and alcohol make people think really irrationally, and sometimes people don't like you when they're on drugs and alcohol.
Get her away from me. I don't like her.
Hey.
I always try and remind myself to treat people equally. I don't have to agree with people's life decisions, but I still have to respect them because we're all just people and we all deserve to be respected.
Can we take your blood pressure and your blood sugar?
Not until we're on our way.
Not until we're on our way. Yep.
With this patient, there's probably a deeper issue going on. Maybe she feels marginalized. Maybe she feels like she's had some negative experiences with first responders. But at the end of the day, we're genuinely here to try and help her.
Before we get to the front door, I can hear the patient screaming.
Hi there.
So immediately I know that there's a situation going on that's completely out of control, and we're gonna have to figure out a way to get control over this.
What's happening?
A female who is definitely on something. She is losing her mind.
Is she kind of a harm to herself, do you think? When you can hear somebody screaming like that from the street, before you even get to her, you know her level of agitation is extremely high.
It kind of is that blood-curdling kind of scream that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up.
It's an extremely tight space. She's face down on the floor. There's a cop on either end of her holding her down.
Mental health history, bipolar, depression, anxiety.
Hush. The only way that I can physically give this patient an IV is to sit on her legs and have police officers on either side of her holding her down.
Have you ever seen an act like this before? Any allergies?
Not that I know of. I know she when she drinks liquor, she has a reaction.
What about drugs, street drugs? I'm gonna give her some medicine in the arm. It's gonna calm her down, and then she'll either walk out of here or we'll carry her out of here. I don't know why she's acting like this, but we have to calm her down to get her out of here safely because I don't want her to get hurt, okay? We're at the point where, regardless the nature of the hysteria, we're gonna have to sedate her to transport her to the hospital. There's just no other way to do it at this point. I don't want to sedate her so much that she's laying flat on the floor and now we have to breathe for her, but I want to give her just enough that she's calm and we can walk her out of the house. Okay, so I've given her some medicine to help calm her down. You can tell she's not screaming so much.
All right, babe. Just us girls here. Calm down. Slow your breathing down.
We'd like to walk her out of here and take her up to University Hospital. Did you want to come with us?
I can't.
Give us a minute to get her onto the stretcher maybe, and then you can change.
Where's my mother?
She's here.
Oh, look at my wife.
I think I broke my glasses.
Gonna give her another 2.5.
How much total?
No!
She said
this
5.
Needs a higher dosage. Give me a higher dosage. She needs a higher dosage.
It's tough to stay neutral when somebody spits on you like that. You just can't take it personally. She was kind of out of options. Her hands were tied, her feet were tied.
Okay, watch your feet.
It's not my job to judge how she got here. There's lots of things that she could be dealing with in her life. It's my job to help her.
Initially, when we get on scene, I see that code 8 is already there.
Hello, how are you doing?
While I'm assessing her, she's not presenting normally. She's got a little bit of droopiness to her eyes. She's presenting a little bit lethargic.
What kind of drugs do you use?
It's crystal meth, and that's all.
Okay, nothing to do.
Smoke weed every now and then.
Okay. Any drinking at all today? Some, right? Okay, can you look at my nose here? I'm just gonna check your pupils, all right?
Unconscious female, that area of town, time of night. It is good that someone stopped, called 911, and she was able to get help.
Was it you folks that phoned?
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you for pulling over and being concerned for her. She's obviously not in a good spot right now.
Heart rate 100, stats 99.
Okay. Temperature's 36.0.
36, all right.
So there's a young male at the scene. He doesn't seem to know much about her, and he says they're friends. I don't know how well she knew him and what his motives were, really.
And you noticed she was staggering and stuff like that?
She's in a bad mood, like she was upset.
So we need to remove her from a potentially dangerous situation where she's not going to be able to make appropriate decisions for herself.
Are you in any pain?
4.9. Get a good shot.
You don't hurt.
Did she tell you why she was upset or anything like that?
We had a brief discussion that she is having a fight with her boyfriend.
Whereabouts do you live?
I don't have a home.
Don't have a home?
So do you know if she has any medical history or anything like that? Any allergies?
I have no idea.
When's the last time you took meth, my dear?
Unfortunately, not everybody can grow up in a loving, caring home. This girl is 19, she's homeless, she's using drugs, she does need our help.
Do you feel like you'd want to go to the hospital today?
Imagine you're this girl. You have no home, no family, no food. Where do you turn to?
Do you want us to take you with us until you're sober?
There are groups in the city that help support people on the street. These two ladies that called it in are part of one of those groups.
So we work primarily on the street with individuals who are transition of homelessness, struggling with addictions, mental health, and women who are involved in sex work. We do nutrition every night on the street. We also hand out hygiene items.
Here, come here. You gotta stand up.
We found out after our assessment that she was intoxicated. It turns out that she actually had a breach of conditions for drinking, so she ended up going with the city police to cells.
It's sad to see something like that, especially somebody who doesn't have a home. And she's super young. Drugs at that age, I mean, it's not something.
How old is she?
I think she's only 19, so.
Oh my God.
I know. Hope she can turn herself around.